Good morning. I am taking a walk right now and just had a revelation that I wanted to share with you. I've been thinking for a long time about the idea of using natural trellises, specifically using trees as trellises to grow other plants on. And it's always something I've had a little bit of a concern about, and I've never quite been able to put my finger on what that concern was. I think I've got it right now, and I think that is that growing perennial vines on trees may not be a good idea. You can probably get away with growing annual vines on trees. Now, my reasoning has to do with observing nature, and this is one of the things that permaculture asks us to do, is take a look at nature, take a look at what works, and use that to design our own gardens and food forests. Well, if you look behind me, we've got a tree. We've got a lot of trees in this area, and you notice there are also a lot of fallen trees. One of the reasons for this is that they are all supporting vines. Most of them are supporting vines in this area. Every so often somebody comes by and cuts them. You can see there's a tree right there. You can kind of see it. Somebody came through and cut the vines on it, and that tree may survive, but a lot of these trees are dying. And one of the reasons for that is that they have perennial vines growing on them. So when you are constructing your guilds, you should think about this and think about that whole idea of growing vines on trees, and perhaps limit that to vines that die back every year and that you can conceivably control and eradicate if necessary. So there are certain perennial vines that you might be able to get away with, like Apios americana, dies back every year to the roots. So that might work growing on trees for a trellis. Whereas something like grapevines, something like hardy kiwi, that's very likely to eventually take down almost any tree that it's growing on, and it will become very, very difficult for you to actually prune that grapevine or hardy kiwi bush vine. So anyway, something to think about it. And this is one of the reasons that I'm mentioning this is that in the Food Forest card game, which is something that I created, I do use this as a model for putting together your guilds and your food forests. So I just wanted to say that in the game it works. In nature, you just have to be really thoughtful about how you construct this particular kind of guild. In any case, I really appreciate you subscribing to this channel. Drop me a like if you would, and drop me any comments below, things that you have thought about with respect to natural trellises and how they might be used, but without destroying the trees on which the vines are growing. Thanks a lot for your time, and have an awesome day.